Hey, what's up guys? Firstly, if you enjoyed the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, let's just get into the video. So I'm bringing you an Illaoi to Fate deck guide today because Illaoi got buffed and also Burrows got buffed and also Tentacle Smash got buffed. So a bunch of the Illaoi package got buffed, and an even bigger thing for this deck, the reason this deck was being held back so much is Quietus. Quietus got nerfed and can no longer kill Illaoi. You can't kill Illaoi with 1 mana, it's huge. So now we're playing Illaoi to Fate with Ionia. Ionia is really good with Illaoi. Like, mono Illaoi used to be a thing. We're just running Twist of Fate with it now. This is Twist of Fate's just a good champ. But this is mainly an Illaoi deck. Okay. So, how does this deck work? So you use spawn, the spawn keyword, which basically gives you tentacles. And every time you spawn, the tentacle grows, right? So, you make a really big tentacle, and you have Ionia's tools to protect the tentacle. The reason why it's really important to save your protection for it is because oftentimes if you let your tentacle die or get recalled or whatever, then you're like down a lot. like you oftentimes just lose the game off of that because you don't have time to rebuild your tentacle, and it's just really sad. So Ionia is really good for protecting your tentacle and also protecting your Illaoi, because those are your 2 win cons. You give your tentacle either elusive with Ghost or Overwhelm with the Sea's Voice, or you have Illaoi smack them in the face with Overwhelm. And yeah, that is pretty much the deck. That sounds interesting to you, making a really big tentacle and smacking them in the face, then yeah, definitely check this deck out. So first we have Ghost. This is mainly to give your tentacle elusive. There's a combo with Ghost. You use Ghost and Burrow Leader. So you Ghost your tentacle, it attacks once, and then you get 2 elusive attacks in 1 turn. This can lead to some pretty crazy OTKs if you have a 10 attack tentacle and they have no elusives or ways to stop your elusive tentacle, right? So pretty good. We have Watchful Idol as a 3 of. This is pretty much a 3 of in every Illaoi deck, I think, because it's a 1 mana start to create your tentacles. Yeah. Answer Prayer, more spawns. Spawns are really good because, yeah. Mainly use this as a 2 mana card, but in late game, the 5 mana option's there to spawn for, so you might as well do that in the late game, but in early game, you're mainly using the 2 mana option. I have God. This is basically an equip. You put it on the tentacle itself because I think it's the best target, because you can protect it, and when it attacks, it'll spawn for itself. But you can also put it on like Illaoi. Illaoi is also a pretty decent target because you're also trying to protect your Illaoi, so yeah. Those are probably the 2 best targets for it, but it's pretty much, it's really good. It's really good. Don't be willy-nilly and put this on like Higher Gun, because she's gonna get like 1 attack and then she's gonna die, and pretty silly. So yeah. Higher Gun's just a really good build water card. It gives you some interaction in this deck. With Illaoi and Tentacles, you can pull like really big units with the Higher Gun deck vulnerable. And also she's just a nice 2/3 body. Cinco is really good for protecting your tentacle and protecting your Illaoi. You switch them with a random unit, like your tentacle's getting vengeance, Cinco away. Also, your tentacle, if it is like really big, like if it's 8 attack or more, or like it's more important to protect than your Illaoi. So if you have to Cinco into your Illaoi and kill your Illaoi, then so be it, because your tentacle is probably more important. Unless your Illaoi is leveled, then you can like consider keeping your Illaoi, but normally your tentacle is just more important because it's really big and it's really hard to regrow like 10 attack. So yeah. Twin's just really good protection Ionia spell. Burrow Leader is there, so it's like a surprise rally, like, because it's a 1-of, people often won't play around it. So this gives your tentacle a free attack because it's a 1 cost. And yeah, if you have Ghost, this is kind of here to combo with Ghost. Like you Ghost, you Burrow Leader, or you attack with the Sea's Voice and the tentacle, and you get 2 Overwhelm attacks, and then you Burrow Leader, right? So for a 2nd Overwhelm attack. And yeah, that's pretty much why he's in the deck. Tentacle Smash is really good at 3 mana. Oftentimes you want to use this on targets where your tentacle won't get killed, so you get the spawn for free, right? You can also use this as a 3 mana spawn too. So if you hover the spell and then you just press done, it'll just spawn 2. Which I know it's like a 3 mana answered prayer, so you're just wasting a mana, but sometimes you gotta do that, right? Sometimes that's just how it is. C's voice is here to give your tentacle overwhelm and a win con, but it's also here just to make sure you get some early game tentacles spawns, so don't be afraid to trade this in just because it is a late game win con. You will draw into more win cons. Okay, this deck has draw, it has TF, it has eye, so don't be afraid. As Nagaka Burrows as a win con itself, so yeah. Don't be afraid to just trade this in the early game. It's perfectly fine if this is just a spawn 1, pretty much. Like, attack, trade, spawn 1. Like, it's fine. Deny. Deny is really good to protect your tentacle and your Illaoi, right? It's just a say no. And it's also really good to get rid of your opponent's win cons, like against Feel the Rush, for example. That's why Ionia decks destroy decks like Feel the Rush. So they pay a 12 mana card, and you say no. And that's the end of the game. So yeah, this is a 2-of. Illaoi is really good. She's your win con, we discussed her. You level her up, she heals your tentacle, and she heals herself. So yeah, pretty good. Spirit's Refuge. This is here so you live, especially against aggro, because this deck is kind of weak to aggro, not gonna lie. So yeah, Spirit's Refuge, really good. Gives you lifesteal. Your tentacle and your Illaoi get big, so you can lifesteal up to full health oftentimes. This Fate is here because he's a really flexible champion. You can use him to clear boards, you can use him to deny an attack, you can use him to kill a unit, you can use him to draw, and he oftentimes doesn't level, but he's also a threat. So your opponent is forced to remove him, especially if you have multiple eyes. Like, he can level up really fast in this deck, so keep that in mind. Will of Ionia, it's just pretty good into like stuff like Ornn, and any card that you need to tempo out, like, or just like say no for a turn. It just grants you a lot of tempo. Like, for example, against Deep, they play Nautilus, you will the Nautilus, and then they do nothing for a turn. Pretty good card. You can, if you want, you could also play. People are playing Unworthy Soul, but I'm not convinced it's better than Will, so I'm still on the Will version. But feel free to play this if you think it's better. Really up to you. For Lookout, this card is just 5 mana spawn 3. Make your tentacle big. Helps you catch up in the late game, especially if your tentacle's dead. I have not. This is just draw. This is pretty much for draw, and also keep in mind this is focus speed now, not burst speed. So you can't play it when your opponent's attacking. You have to play it before your opponent attacks, right? So keep that in mind. Also play it before you attack as well. Like, if you want to open attack, might as well just play this. And that's my take on it. Nagaka Burrows. This is pretty much a late game bomb, 8 mana finisher. And yeah, if you get the Nagaka Burrows Tantrum, it kind of just ends the game. This card is actually like pretty scary now that it summons. Now that it spawns tentacles on summon. It's pretty scary threat. Mulligans. Oftentimes you wanna keep all your spawn cards that are really cheap. Sometimes Tentacle Smash if they have like especially if they have like zero attack units, like Annie, for example. Just Annie, or if you're into the mirror, you can use this on Watchful Idol as well. Right? So yeah, Watchful Idol's good. Tentacle Smash. C's Voice. Illaoi's usually pretty good to keep. Higher Gun I keep sometimes. If I already have spawn cards and they have like a unit I need to grab vulnerable, then I just keep the Higher Gun. But other than that, that's pretty much the mulligan. You keep Twisted Fate sometimes. Like, against aggro, if you have like an early game hand already, you can keep TF just for the red card. It's pretty decent. And yeah, that's kind of it for the guide. Oh, also, this deck kind of struggles into Jack's Arn. So just letting you know. Yeah, Jack's Arn is the like most common deck right now, but other than that, this deck's like really good. So without further ado, let's get into the games. Oh, okay, we just start and we get a mirror. So this is my first game on this deck, but I have played Illaoi in the past, so I think I have a decent amount of experience. Tentacle Smash. Not sure if I want to keep it in a mirror. We kind of want stuff. Will is really good in the mirror, but we want to like generate tentacles, but like we don't want our tentacle to die, so I don't know if we keep Smash or not. We'll just keep the C's voice, and then we'll just see how this goes. Okay, Watchful Idol's really good. Like, Will's also really good, right? Because you can recall the tentacle. But ideally we build up our old tentacle first. And then we just travel in the future. I mean, sure. My tentacle's gonna get bigger, right? Like, this is crazy right now. But now he's playing the same deck, so he can run Will as well as Unworthy Soul. Those are the two popular options right now. And yeah, they both can just recall the tentacle. Pretty scary. Making our tentacle vulnerable, that's fine.
Don't stand in my way.
Like, I could have Spirit's Refuge to protect it, but I don't think it's worth. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I would rather this vulnerable tentacle die and then I just make a new one, you know? If we can just allow it here.
Move against fear, against doubt.
Ooh. I forgot that change to focus, so you have to do that. You have to pre-commit that, right? Is the thing. So we definitely attack. We don't want to trade our tentacle into it. That's definitely a mistake. We could trade the C's voice. Yeah, I think we trade the C's voice for it. Like, I think that's fine. Yeah. We're definitely gonna get a bigger tentacle. He's gonna have to like tentacle smash or something. Oh, tentacle smashing Illaoi. I mean, we have second Illaoi. We don't have to save this one, honestly. I'm down to just play second Illaoi. Now, do I want to play Lookout? Or I could play Illaoi plus Answered Prayer and then just open attack. It's an option. I'm gonna set up for the open attack.
Stand and be tested. Growth demands effort.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Test yourself. Witness truth.
Yeah, whatever he blocks, he just spirits. Oh, well, coincidence. This is good because it denies his lifesteal, because I'm not gonna lifesteal anyway. And he's just dead. Ooh, you on the mirror because we drew Illaoi twice. Alright. Braum Yumi. I mean, Quietus is gone, so they're just playing Braum because he can. We could keep Will, but I probably won't. This is probably better for late game. Hired Gun's interesting. I don't think I keep it here because I don't know what he's running is the problem. That would need to like grant vulnerable. It's probably like a decent keep. His hand is clunky. So the way we play this hand is we can elusive. We can just eye on 3, or we can use voice, or oh okay, never mind. That's a great draw. Before like he can buff this with Yumi or like anything, we just tentacle smash. We get a free spawn. We kill his unit. Tentacle smash is amazing into like 0 attack units.
A beautiful day for sailing.
We're gonna get to play this too.
This will be fun. Do you hear her voice?
Oh, we smacked him for 6. Watchful Idol. This is very interesting. Because we have TF, we could play TF, set him up for like I. Because this region doesn't even have like removal. Wow, very greedy play.
Grant us your guidance. We have need of you.
I could gold card this. So we have options. We can Watchful Idol, seize voice. Set up for a very big tentacle next round, which I think is the play. I think it's better than TF here.
Justice light my way.
Like we're gonna trade this. We don't trade the tentacle because the tentacle is more valuable.
The sea she calls, the world we answer.
Now he attacks it, I tapped out, but I don't really care.
You move wrong.
Like we're just gonna eye, right? And then we're gonna swing out with a big open attack.
I remember the fight. Do you feel her presence?
Smack him for 10. Gosh. Damn. That's annoying. I mean, we could easily build up our tentacles again, but it just sucks. It really does suck. Like, it's probably just idle and look out this turn. I'm gonna idle first.
Humanity's darkest hour demands my return.
I might just TF this. Cause he has 1 mana.
Deal me in.
And I might higher gun this as well. Fine.
Success gets you noticed around here.
Looks like trouble.
Cinco's pretty good, honestly. We're gonna play this first.
I do not like that you sail alone out there.
When I'm at sea, I'm never alone.
Is it the mustache? Who knows? Lady Luck is smiling.
This will be fun.
Obviously, he's gonna block
Voice.
the tentacle with Braum, right?
You are safe
But
with Braum.
wow, he has something for twin, or he's just not playing around it. Interesting. He just does not care, dude. I like this Cinco a lot. It's amazing, actually. We're gonna kill him, like, on our next attack. Anyway, I'm just gonna play this.
Witness the endless nail
judgment, I stand ready.
First we fight. Ha! This is fun.
Okay, sure. I mean, sure, man.
It is easy, see?
Hmm. Does he have another hush or something? My god. Okay. He's dead. He's gone. Wait. I didn't know this was part of it. Interesting. Oh, okay, we're up against Plunder. Still being played a lot for the blamers. People who want to climb. I will keep Answered Prayer and the Sea's Voice. I was hoping for Watchful Idol, but it's okay. Yeah, since he's on turn 1, he's attacking on Oz, there's not much we can do to deny the turn 1 Plunder. So it is what it is. That's just how it's gonna be, to be honest. Oh, that's very lucky for us, actually. We can pass because he wants to play stuff.
I've never met anyone like you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get a value trade here.
Noticed around here.
A higher gun.
Don't stand in my way.
There's a chance he could have a parlay, but if he doesn't, right? I was like, if he doesn't, then we also get to block this, so he can't open attack and get the turn 3 plunder. But you know, he had it. It's okay.
Step lightly.
I'm just gonna play this for now.
She calls the
The world sheep.
answer.
Ye started without me.
Okay. Ooh. No, I don't think it's Illaoi this turn because he's not gonna really do much. Or maybe she won't. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna Illaoi.
Truth better. Truth is no betting.
So you attack with Illaoi on the right of the Sea's Voice. So she gets more power. Because this spawn happens first and then... Yeah. Oh, Spirit's Unleash. Okay, sure. It's okay, these two can still attack.
This will be fun. Do you feel her presence? Do you hear her voice?
I swear if he has second parlay for this, I'm done.
Fair and square.
Because usually this deck only runs 2 parlay, dude. So... Okay, good. If he has Make It Rain, it's fine because I have protection now. I just can't tap under it, right?
Rather be sailors, but this looks fun too.
Uh-huh. Bruh. I'm gonna start this.
Lefty Lucy.
think I just tank it. Yeah, not much to say there. We're gonna do this.
Growth demands effort.
This is kind of disgusting, I'm not gonna lie. Disgusting.
Chance to live. Naga show.
Look at his damage, man. And we have Tentacle Smash too for Edge. Okay, we'll take it.
No fixing that. This is it. Land or draw.
I mean, he gave me a free Illaoi level. That's cool.
A warrior needs a drum beat.
Could have denied that, but... Can we kill him? Okay, wait, let's say you play this. This starts a free attack. It's at 7. But we Cinco Illaoi, right? Because he clearly blocks. Because if he doesn't block, then he's kind of crazy. Right. That's my thought. Okay, wait.
Why are you wasting life with indecision?
Or do we just pass? I'm just gonna pass.
Hello, new best friend.
Cause yeah, I feel like if we Cinco Illaoi, doesn't really do anything. Going really wide though. Huh. We could do this plus Spirit's Refuge, I guess. Just to heal. And get a blocker. Kind of a play.
Did you really ram your first ship into a sea monster?
I thought you'd approve. You're always telling people to move.
My life or theirs.
Wait, is he dead if he blocks you? He blocked at the wrong thing.
Come, test yourself.
And now he dies. Okay. Sure, I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.